Some video content is silver and some video content is gold, like this video content. The President of the United States and members of his cabinet swashbuckling giant swords at a state dinner in Saudi Arabia. We really can't get enough of this video. It was President Trump's first foreign visit as president in 2017. Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, he was also on that trip, and it turns out he got to take some swords home with him. This is one, engraved with pictures of a crescent moon. It comes with its own custom scabbard, wrapped in sheets of gold. The Saudis gave this sword to Jared Kushner as a gift when he visited the country in 2017, and it is priced at around $5,400. The Saudis gifted Kushner a second sword for good measure. It sort of looks like the one Trump was dancing with, and it is valued around $3,000. And look, Jared Kushner is not the first government official to receive a lavish gift from a foreign official. Gift giving is a weird part of diplomacy. But a gift from a foreign leader does not belong to the government official. It belongs to the government. And all government employees, including the president, are required by law to report to the State Department exactly what was given to them, who it was from, and then turn it over to the National Archives for safekeeping. And it turns out when Kushner took those swords from Saudi Arabia, he never officially reported the gift to the State Department, which was not only a Jared Kushner problem. Democrats on the House Oversight Committee released this report today about the handling of foreign gifts during the Trump administration. And according to the report, Donald Trump and his family failed to report over 100 gifts from foreign countries, worth a grand total of nearly $300,000. And it really is an odd assortment of stuff, like this $12,000 silk carpet from the president of Uzbekistan, and this giant box filled with tableware from the president of Lebanon, in case President Trump ever ran out of spoons. Also, this portrait given to Ivanka Trump, made out of mother-of-pearl mosaic tiles. And this fake diamond-encrusted falcon from Kuwait, which is sitting on a sort of creepy, severed falconer's hand. Also, inexplicably, the statue of pumpkins. Someone must be a big pumpkin fan in the Trump White House. All of these gifts were given to the President Trump and members of his family by foreign governments, and all of them, plus 100 or so more, were never reported to the government as required by law. The National Archives has since gotten their hands on most of these items, though it remains unclear how many were returned before Trump left office and how many were returned after he left office. But there are still 2 items that are missing, including a $7,000 set of golf clubs from Japan, and what is described as a larger-than-life-sized painting of Donald Trump commissioned by the president of El Salvador, which tells you a lot about Trump's passions: golf and himself.